So you're watching this video due to the fact that you answered number one incorrectly. So first, let's go over how to label sides based on an indicated angle in a right triangle. So in this triangle in here, in your keynotes, on the first page of your keynotes, we have this angle right here. First thing I want to do is draw an arc to make it more indicated, so it's a little more obvious to us where the angle is that we're working with. First, I would always like to find the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is going to be directly across from the right angle. So we can label this HYP. Then in terms of this angle, opposite would be the farthest side away from the angle. So in this case, it's going to be this one over here, which leaves the only other side directly next to it, which is always the adjacent side. So adjacent just means the closest one. Opposite would be the farthest away. And the hypotenuse is always opposite of the, or across from the right angle. So let's flip to page 2 and go ahead and practice it with a real triangle here with a multiple choice question. So it says, which ratio best represents the cosine of angle A? So first I'm going to circle the fact that we're working with cosine, and I'm also going to indicate where A is in my diagram. So I'm going to put an arc there. So on the top of your paper, you also should have written SOHCAHTOA, like this. Now, since we're working with cosine in this one, it's A over 8, or adjacent over hypotenuse. So in terms of this angle, we're looking for the adjacent side and the hypotenuse. So the hypotenuse, again, always find that one first. It's completely opposite of the right angle. So in this case, that's going to be 5, so we can label that as HYP. And adjacent is going to be the one directly next to it, or the closest one to the angle, which in this case is going to be this 3 down here. So now that we have the adjacent and the hypotenuse identified, we can go ahead and set up a ratio. So the cosine of A is going to be equal to the adjacent, which is 3, over the hypotenuse of 5, which in this case is going to be option 1. So go ahead and retry question number 1 on your Google form.